Plain and simple. He just said straight up, you guys go into this knowing it's a must win.
Yeah, absolutely. In some ways it's good. I mean, that's the mindset you have to have in the playoffs. So we get in that mindset right now. And the good thing, like last year, if we win these games, then we're already in that right, mind frame, and we take a bit of momentum. But we got to take them one at a time. And there's no sense talking about, anything else other than the next game in Colorado. And one of the things I told the group today is when you look at the three times, this is the third that we've played a team kind of back-to-back games. In that second game, Kansas City 3-0, in the second game, Seattle 4-2, we were very good in adjustments and making some corrections and getting a response and getting a result at home. So we've been good in those tight turnarounds. We're playing the same team, so hopefully this is no different.
Home obviously has been so good to you this year, and knowing that it's probably going to be your last home game of the season, how important is it to make sure that these guys step up in front of this crowd?
Yeah, huge. Obviously, we have a chance to win 12 games, which is the most ever, and I think we're tied right now with the most ever. So that's the good and the bad, right? If we would have won a few on the road, we'd be, right now in a much different position. But we got to keep focusing on the positives and playing, at home like we have been, which has been very good as we've ever played. When you look at some of the results this year, I can honestly say in some of the home games we've had some of our best performances since I've been here in the 4 years that I've been here. The one that comes to mind is that 4-2 Seattle. The 3-1 Seattle prior to that was very, very good as well. And so we know we can do it. We know we have the quality. We've had some things to manage here and there, and that's led to some inconsistencies. But right now we're focused on winning the next game, and momentum can change pretty quickly here. If we win that next game and then we go into Champions League and we get a good result there, then now all of a sudden we're setting up that last game. And I like our chances if things fall that way where, we get that result in the last game. We know we can beat Vancouver. We've done it before. And, we have a chance to salvage the season real quick in these last three games. But we got to get the first one. The first one's the one that gets the ball rolling on this whole thing.
Does it change your approach at all, knowing it's a must-win? Maybe not at the beginning of the game, but how you manage it later in the game?
No, I think we play to win. We play aggressive, just like we have it at home. I mean, we've been in situations where we've had to win games, since mid-season. So we've not gotten the job done on the road, but at home, under some pressure, we've gotten the job done. I remember the Vancouver result. We were coming off 3 losses in a row, and it was kind of mid-season, but we had to kind of win to not let the wheels fall off. And sure enough, we stepped up and had a great result, 4-1. Like I said, it's pretty simple. The playoffs, if we want to be in them, start now. And the mindset that we need to have in the playoffs is the same we're going to have now. So we're going to go into this game. It's a must-win. And we're going to play aggressive. And we're going to play on the front foot. And, we're not going to be silly. You got to be smart. And we suspect, because they have a game Thursday, and we suspect that they'll be somewhat conservative from the standpoint of that's usually how they've been playing this year, and so they'll look to keep it tight, and they'll look to hit us on a counter and set piece, and they're going to battle, they're going to foul us and have a lot of cards just like they did last game, and we expect that type of game. So we can't be getting reckless. We got to be smart, because the moments are where they're going to look to hit you, just like the last game. We were the better team until the 63rd minute, and we had the better chances, and they get us in one moment, really their first good chance of the game. And that's soccer, and that's a little bit our season, and it's a little bit their season, because they haven't been great in terms of how they've played, but you have to give them a lot of credit because they've defended well, and they've grinded out wins, and they've found a goal here or there, and that's the mark of a good team.
How do you deal with the stuff that you can't control as a coach? I know that's one of I've heard coaches say that's some of the hardest things, but that your guys are thinking about what they can't control. How do you coach that?
Yeah, I mean, I think this group has been developed over the last 4 years with a good mindset, to stay focused on the process and to control what you can control. And we've shown that when we've had pressure games. I thought we'd get that Colorado game. That would have been a vintage game that we've won in the past, and I thought we played well enough to win the game. We're right there, you saw it, and I think we just hit a wall, in that second half. Guys, you could see it, started giving the ball away, and once the legs go, the mind goes sometimes, but normally that's a vintage win for us under pressure to get a result, and so there's no doubt in my mind that we can do this. There's no doubt in the guys' minds. We've done it before, and they won't think about anything other than winning this next game.